Corey and Maggie, it's playoff time, which at Trinity Christian recently means you're used to doing big things. I just kind of got all the background here. You guys are now two-time district champs, finished in the state championship game last year. We're just going to say finished in the state championship game. We're not going to talk about how it turned out. But I'm guessing that this team is pretty motivated. You're two of the leaders. Corey, how motivated, how fired up is this team for the playoffs to kind of start making your mark again?
I think we're very, very motivated. I mean, we saw where we could go last year, and we kind of just want to finish strong this year and do even better than we did last year.
You were just a freshman last year, right?
Yes, sir, I was.
So you're like a battle-grizzled veteran now. Maggie, she's been pretty key for you guys. You've been around for a while. You're a senior?
Yes, sir.
I thought you were.
Yes.
So you've kind of been around for a lot of the climb. What was last year like to get to where you got, and how much has that fed into this year?
I think getting to the state championship last year and just knowing that we are good enough to get there, that it just fed into this year, and that we are here, and that we just need to finish out strong and just make it, and it's just been a big team aspect, so yes, sir.
What about you, Corey? What did last year do for you to kind of get you fired up coming into this season?
Last year's kind of like put into perspective of how good we are and how good we could be, and so I think a lot of the girls, because we only lost one girl last year, and so a lot of the girls were really fired up to just really finish strong and really come out and compete even harder this year and get better.
Okay, I'm going to give you a chance to make a lot of points here. That girl you lost was pretty important.
Yes, sir. She was really good.
One of your older sisters.
She was my older sister.
We talked last year about this being a family affair. That's going to keep you, like, years from now on Thanksgiving and Christmas, you're going to be in good shape. So,
Yes.
what has made this team click so much without Kate? You mentioned that you've had so many girls coming back, but Maggie, what made this team take a step forward this year?
I think because we're so small and we know everyone in our school is small, it just keeps us all together all the time, and so we're kind of just like a lot of sisters all together all the time, and we just have so much fun. We're just a goofy team that has so much fun that pays off because we do play good ball and we are a good team.
So Coach knows this from where she played. You guys maybe weren't familiar to teams that you played last year when you got to the playoffs. Everybody knows who you are now. Corey, how excited are you, eager are you now to be kind of the hunted as the playoffs begin, that teams are going to want to try to knock you guys off?
Yeah, we definitely come in with like a different kind of aspect and different mindset this year, because last year we were kind of the underdogs and really no one really knew who we were, but this year we're coming in and everyone now kind of knows who we are, and so now we even want to prove even further of how good we are, even better than this year than we were last year.
One thing I noticed as you guys have gone along is the coaches expanded the schedule a little bit. You played different people, you played higher level competition. Maggie, what's that done to get you ready for this point?
I think that it helps that we know that we can beat the good teams, and we know that we are good enough to compete with the bigger schools and stuff, and I think it's fun going into those games and then thinking that we aren't anything, and then showing them what we are and proving to them what we are. So I just think that we get reminded of that a lot.
This may sound weird, Corey, but just having played 3 or 4 playoff games last year, how much does that help you mentally or emotionally as you get ready now to jump into the water?
Yeah, I think it helps tremendously, because last year, I was just a freshman, so I was kind of I didn't know what to expect in that kind of aspect. But now this year I know what to expect, and I know how to mentally prepare for those tougher games and know that like everyone's going to be good, so I need to be just as good.
There's one thing that always strikes me is, like with softball, you play a lot of summer ball, and you've got parents, you've got grandparents there in the stands. Well, now you've got people that aren't parents and grandparents, they're Trinity Christian fans. They want to see you succeed because you're wearing that across your chest. As you guys have gotten used to that, Maggie, how much pride do you take in that?
It's really good feeling, especially when like the little kids are there and they're like, oh my gosh, they're so cool. And so it just like, it helps you want to play good and want to show off what we are and what team we are and just give us a good reputation throughout the school. So.